Paul George can't carry the Clippers without Kawhi Leonard. Point blank simple. Kawhi's been out, 2 games now? And what has Paul George done? He hasn't dominated in scoring. He hasn't upped his assists, upped his rebounds. Like, he can't be the featured player. And now the Clippers done committed all this money to him. I'm starting to wonder for what now? Because it's like, when is he going to get back to the Paul George that everybody grew to love? I know, he got injured, and everything. He dealt with the injury as far as his leg, and then his shoulders. He's had issues with those. But Paul George ain't been Paul George since back in the days when he played for the Indiana Pacers. We need that Paul George back. The Paul George that had the love and the drive and the energy for the moment, like when he was going head-to-head with LeBron. Like, since Paul George left the Pacers, it's just like he's just playing basketball. And then it's like he always point a finger at somebody else. He's not taking blame for his part in anything. He played for the Thunder. He played with Russ. He had his best numbers season as far as that. And then the highlight of him playing for the Thunder ended up being David Lillard shooting a 3 over him, specifically for them to make it further in the playoffs. And Dame waving bye-bye to him and the Thunder. So it's like, come on, Paul George, how many more moments are you going to have where it's not your fault? It's somebody else's fault? When are you going to stand up and say, well, maybe I haven't been playing up to my abilities? Then you left from the Thunder to go to the Clippers, and with Doc Rivers being the coach and then him getting fired at the end of last season, you wanted to say that Doc Rivers was the problem. That y'all didn't make the adjustments that y'all needed to make when y'all were up 3-1 on the Denver Nuggets and y'all lost. You wanted to say Doc Rivers wasn't using you properly. Instead of being the man to say, I didn't play up to par. I didn't do what I needed to do to help my team win the games. So the fall man ended up being Doc Rivers, and he ended up getting fired. Like, I don't know, Paul George. You are a really good player, and you just got your extension for 5 years. I believe $228 million. But it's like, I need you to just play ball. Play basketball and chill on your comments. Yes, I know you have to do pregame and postgame media, but you need to be more conscious and more selective in what you say. Because a lot of times it's coming back to bite you in the ass now. So it's like what you said after y'all just got blew out by 51 points by the Dallas Mavericks. You said that you're not worried. You're not concerned. For you to be a superstar player and to say that you're not worried, you're not concerned, your team just lost by 51 points, like, it doesn't make sense. You're okay with losing. That's how that sounds. Yes, it's still like the first 3, 4, 5 games of the season, but there's no reason that you're getting blown out by 51 points. Y'all were down by 50 points at halftime of the Mavs game. We're just going to call it how it is. Kawhi Leonard is Batman, and Paul George is Robin. But It's like he has the chance now to step up because Kawhi has to sit out because his mouth laceration. Right, and Paul George still is just like he's too cool to demand the ball and get the shots, get the team involved. So it's like Paul George, I question so many things about what you say and how your mentality is on the court. Yes, granted, I know you want to win. You are a superstar player. You play like it. It seems like only when Kawhi is playing. Like, you fade into the background when it's your turn to step up and be that number one go-to guy. And that definitely shouldn't be how it's going. Like, you are too good of a player to fade into the background. You should be carrying your team to wins while Kawhi is out. But can't say that that's been the case. Like, y'all gotta figure it out. Yeah, the Clippers have a few new pieces, but Paul George, you've been there. Kawhi is out. You get this thing going. You go get your offense and get it going. Then you go get Nicholas Batum and Serge Ibaka going. Like, be the voice. Be the voice of reason, not just the voice of saying however you feel when things are not going your way. Because now, people are just going to throw it back in your face when you're losing. Paul George has to show that he's still a superstar player. Yeah, you had, I think, 30 the first game. I'm not sure what you had against Denver, but you had these high games and then you go MIA. The Clippers can't afford for that to be the case. For y'all to make it to the playoffs and go far in the playoffs. PG has to find his dominant gene again. It's cool being the wingman, but you have to step up when it is your moment and shine bright. And it's like, I question, can he really do that anymore? And that's bad. Like, Paul George is a really good player. And I don't want to dog him out, but it's just his comments. His comments have aggravated me. Because he just hasn't taken responsibility for them losing. You not playing your A game, and y'all having new players, and y'all just haven't been the same since y'all lost 3-1 to Denver last season. Just say that, and I think people will respect it more if you just say it instead of pointing the fingers. Stop pointing the fingers and get out there and show people that you are still a superstar player